Minx. Vile, base trollop, how could you?
Oh, come on now, dear. Holding your feelings in just won't do.
You, and you alone, are responsible for the death of my horse. Terminal illness 2 days after an A1 medical. Only one woman in the county has enough venom to do that.
Well, you can't mean me. Don't you think I'm sick to death of slander? Do I have to drag you through the courts again? This'll be the 3rd time this month.
Go on, girl, let her have it!
This time the judge will believe me. This time you'll suffer the humiliation my family and my horse have suffered.
You see, I know your secret. You have become mistress of the black art.
Woo-hoo! That bit, you get my meaning? And I thought we'd show this one as well. Hang on while I get the right spot. Oh, shit. It's on the other tape. Hold on, Spot. Would you just hold on for 2 seconds before you spring out of the wall socket? Okay, make that 2 minutes.
Woods without paths, motorways without pavements. What am I doing with my life? You'd be all right if you came on horseback, he says. Bloody horses. I'll buy you a horse, you damn Yank. Then you'll see it's not all soap glamour, just buckets of shit.
What do you mean he's on? Who? All right, I'll phone Jay. Won't you tell me? Satellite channel. Well, that narrows it down to about 500. Hello, Jay? Stay tuned. Something is about to be announced. No, orbital bliss. Why didn't you say so? Shh, hang on a minute. What the?
Hi. Hogging the hotline?
Hang on a minute, Angie. It can't be.
Penny Taylor over East Croydon, is that you? Oh, her mum. Well, would you mind getting her for me, please? Thank you so much.
Well, we've sent Mum off to find Penny. Will she be able to find her? Is she actually in East Croydon? Who knows?
Holy Moses, it's him. Only Eyres Way, producer of Siren Saddles.
For those of you who phoned us last
He's a
week,
complete bastard.
this week.
I love him.
I thought you might.
Penny, is that you? Give us a wave, because you're on TV. Well, I hope your friends are taping it. Bye.
Jane, we need to talk. Oh my God, this is too good to be true. All we need is a bit more dull and he's all ours. I'll ring you back. It's your shrink's bill anyway. Angela, no! That's my hate hand.
Marjorie, you phoned us last week and we're phoning you this week. Now tell us, what was it like on TV?
We're talking about Eyres Way. He was Mr. Siren Saddles. He even put himself on the show. Equity had to have him possibly removed from the set. And now he's ridden for a fall.
Especially if you can afford to phone us.
No, I'm fine. Just changing hands. We can pretend the whole party is for him.
Somebody's coming.
You see, Dr. Lancrease, a man who cannot get a job to his status is forced to take a job involving irony and self-parody. I believe we can provide a restoration to his pride by making him guest of honour.
I see. And you know about irony. Maybe he just enjoys it.
You are obviously unaware of how many countries bought Siren Saddles.
You're right. I am. What's more, I don't really want to know.
All knowledge is valuable, Mon Shrink.
Do you have to call me that?
People call me Spawn, your shrink. Abbreviation heightens familiarity and is the shorthand of friends.
Well, that's my shorthand, friend.
Susan Thingy and Danny Thingy Stop whatever you're doing in the hereafter and hear this. My fiancé loves you and your show. You will never grow old or be anything other than divine. For that you're excused. But what you must understand is that I have to live with him as well as you. You're just a heap of old magnetic tape. But give me a break. I don't know how, but do it.
Do you know what to take to this party, Rosetta?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we'll meet anyone there, Rosetta?
Of course, it's a party.
From Siren Saddles, Rosetta.
Could do. It's a bit scary. Do you think we should get them something?
Oh, what? Wine?
No, something. We may never see them again.
We may never see them anyway.
I want to see them, Ludo. Perhaps those girls. They always scared me.
What, both of them? Not just Sepulchre.
There's that bit, right, where Ruby falls off her horse. And you can see she's got a beard. She has, I saw it.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if she's there, we can ask her about it.
We can't, Ludo. We haven't got the right. Have you got 50p?
You've just been, Rosetta.
No, it's for Oxfam. You must see this, Ludo. It's great. We must take it with us.
Mr. Eyres Way? You are not on TV. It's me, Troy Allen. I rang your agent. It is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yes, I remember. What is this about a party?
Oh, didn't your agent tell you? Well, what date is it on Saturday?
If you're for Mrs. Your Life, I'm expensive. You his secretary?
Girlfriend, actually. I'm doing this out of loyalty.
More fool you. What is this about?
Siren Saddles. And your part in it as its producer. 5 years on Saturday, Siren Saddles started. You started it. I'm the president of Saddlers, the official Siren Saddles fan club. On Saturday, we're celebrating the day with a convention, a party of sorts. We want you to be our guest of honor.
Is the press going to be there?
Oh, no.
Why not? I thought you were official.
Why not, indeed? I'll ring them. Spot knows a journal from France. Can we talk?
Who else is going to be there?
So far, we've only been able to raise the chief cameraman.
There's Northover.
Oh, jeez, that pain in the arse. Still, he'll do, I suppose. Always knows best. Always, but always has to go his own way.
Sensible man.
Okay, here's the deal. I'll do it on 2 conditions. No, 3. 1, publish.
No problem.
2, money. Oh, hell's balls, listen to me going soft. 1, money. 2, publicity.
We've saved so much up for this deal, and we've no one to spend it on.
Good, you're damn lucky I'm available. And 3, I hope you haven't invited Miss Tower or Miss Simmons. They are, shall we say, exhaustive girls.
They're dead, Mr. Way. Even I knew that.
They went within a year of each other. It was in all the papers.
Never read them. Too many people I know enjoying themselves. Siren sisters are dead, eh? I bet they only did it to make me feel guilty. Trevor, Tony, you've got yourself a guest.
Yes.
I expect intelligent questions and free drinks while I tell you what really happened. Straight from the horse's mouth, as it were. Okay, so where is this shenanigan and when?
Well, we're hoping to persuade the vicar of St. Luke's to part with his church hall for the evening. My sister's been doing his cleaning free of charge for a month to soften him up.
How quaintly saintly, can I swear?
To what?
Baz is going to be there, so of course you can swear.
Then I'll swear at him, inebriated mutineer. No, you haven't mentioned time, so I will. 9 p.m, and I'll leave after my questions at 11.
Halfway through the disco. Oh, well, I suppose we can shout.
That's all. I expect a bottle of Chateau Bechevel on table for my own personal use. And as for toasts, I only ever use Paul Roger Rosé champagne. Check on the day, no haggling, no less than 4 figures.
Mr. Way, I love you. Oh boy, this is the day.
All right, Spot. Excited?
I think so. This is Anton. Anton, say hello.
Hello, Buzz. Do you like my camera? This is your publicity.
The papers said they'd speak to us on Monday.
Great.
Yes. He's doing the documentary, I'm narrating. He's got a fully focused, digital, fast winding, gyrostatic, Betacam, and industry standards and everything.
You don't say.
Mr. Baz. Mr. Baz, there must be a way on for you.
Oh, it's great. Love the show, love the girls. Thanks for asking me. Brought loads of tapes.
Brought loads of tapes.
Well, a few anyway. It's the business. All the best shots are in here. How about this then? The shower scene. Ruby and Lordy, blanked out by a grid fault and never shown.
You were saying that Susan Tara sabotaged the national grid rather than be outdone by Danny Sinnles.
Lovely, so. Lovely she was. Wanted her pound of flesh on screen. When she was banned from showing her tits in one episode, she nearly punched Alan Yentl. Great. Terrible she's gone. They always had a sort of attention war going. Sex war, if you like.
Bye then.
Hey. When's the old bugger turning up? Oh, well, hey. When's he coming?
At 8 o'clock. Goodbye.
Can't wait to see him then. Yes, indeed. Hey, don't you want me autograph then?
Troy, do you think that everything we've ever said in our lives is recorded by some great force? And that anything we say is, well, relevant?
I don't know, love. Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were my fiancé.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. I mean, I've never done this sort of thing before. How do you think they'll expect us to be?
United. Tigers on the telly, and doves in down. We walk in, arms linked.
No. What, are we supposed to be deadly enemies? We ought to go back as enemies, some kind of antagonistic pose.
Don't use long words for absolutely crying out. Remember the mentality of our opponents.
Don't call them that. God, they're fans.
Linus stuck us in this gear for sex appeal. Our performance was neither here nor there to the fan. Hell, someone's coming. Act natural.
Haven't we always? Oh, don't be childish, Susie.
I dare you. I'll do it if you do it. You know, you've always wanted to.
It'll feel like a ballet cartoon.
Welcome to the awesome resurrection of Sepulchre.
Oh, I didn't feel a thing. Well, I suppose everyone gets their first walk-through wrong.
You stopped too early. You've always done that. You'd freeze at the end of an episode before the director said cut. You're a stage school hangover.
I still say antagonistic. We go in fighting.
Suits me, darling.
Are we running, Anton?
Oui.
Heartiest of welcomes to Saddle Up, the Silent Saddle's first convention. Over the next 5 hours, Eyres Way and Barry Northover, Baz as he is known to his friends, will take you to 1993, 1994 and 1995 and will dissect what we all love about the exploits of two beautiful landowners, Sir Volker Lovell and Ruby Tremaine Fitzpatrick.
The guests? Shall I get some guests?
Oh yeah, some guests.
Matt has just started talking. We're having his whole life story. But don't worry, he's still on his school day, so you haven't missed anything yet.
Ludo, this is Anton. Say something into his camera, would you? What? Words? Yes, say you're sorry you're late or something, or what sort of questions you'll be asking.
Like what Siren Saddles meant to you?
You did remember the autograph book, Rosetta? You didn't, did you? You have to be joking.
It'll be something to show the kids.
What kids?
Any kids. Anyone here yet, Jane?
Apart from Eyres Way, everyone else has said they'd come has come. And it's no good sulking in the kitchen. The folks will have their fun, and that'll be that.
Angela, what does Siren Saddles mean to you?
Sweet FA, matey. A cross I bear for my loved one, nothing more. Jane, too, is not a fan.
But that is amazing. What are you doing here then?
A hobby to help out Troy while my husband's away at the Royal Artillery. I've got a black belt in karate too, so that helps out the door.
I wouldn't put up with it, but I suppose that Troy can pretend to be the right side of 40. With my first husband, I felt the wrong side of 60.
And how do you make Troy feel?
The right side of puberty. Mind you, I don't know why some men bother reaching puberty. For lots of reasons.
I trust everything is ready for me. Angelica, not too bored so far?
Just diverted.
Tell everyone I'm here.
Invite.
Mr. Baz, can you tell me, is it true that was you on horseback when Ruby's being chased across the moors by dogs?
Is nothing sacred? Yes, it's me.
Yes, because the beard is visible, isn't it?
Actually, there's a story about that. Linus unhooked a stuntman, and Linus wouldn't you know it was in Barbados. So they got hold of me, stuffed me in this blonde wig, stuck me in a cosy so I looked like Pollyanna, and off I went on a bleeding horse. Danny Simmons, God bless her, did the camera, and Linus never knew.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Linus Way is now ready to join Barry on the panel, so I'll just go and fetch him.
You love Uncle Linus, I could take him on the mother.
Is she the bouncer?
Oh, it looks like it. It's only a slip of a thing. Better not shock her. We'll keep to the shadows.
That'll be even more scary, won't it?
Less a profile, dear.
Less is more. That wasn't what you said when I burnt down your marquee as Ruby.
That was Sir Polka's reaction, not mine. She was wretched and frustrated. I'm not. Now let's get on with it.
I hope you're not too late.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This is a private party. Go away.
Perhaps more is more.
Didn't you hear what I said? This convention has started. Everyone who is going to arrive has arrived. I know every ridiculous face on my list.
Look, you don't understand. We are surprise guests.
Then you won't be surprised when I tell you to neck off. You don't want to join these weirdos anyway. Go and get a life.
Hell on earth!
Now that I did find insulting.
Well, there's something we've got wrong here, Susie.
And I vigorously refute the charge that the supernatural meddlings of Sepulchre Laurel brought the programme down to an infantile level. I told Yentov at the time, the Yanks have got the X-Files, and what have we got? He hadn't got an answer, so I saw the ratings charts. It gave the show another dimension. Nor, and I repeat, nor did the self-same cast have any part in the premature death of Susie Tower. She always had a dicky liver. And as for you journalists, you should chase less sordid rainbows. I saw the shank you wrote about her snuffing it.
Mr. Way, you and Jilly Cooper, Terminal 3, Heathrow Airport, April 1992. I think we should be told.
This is going to be naughty.
I'll let you know.
Don't think for a second I've forgotten you leaked this one.
This, for the first and last time, is the truth. And I'll read it out loud.
Could you wait a moment, please? My battery has gone flat.
Linus, someone seems to have mislaid your thunder.
I shall tell Elvis it's not worth coming back. He's often wondered about visiting.
Why hasn't he?
Impersonators, darling. Who would believe it was really him? Now what are we going to do?
Let's just drift through that door.
Why did I bother asking? Style and humility. For God's sake, we're stars!
You know Hopers have got 20 seconds to get the hell out of here or I'm calling the cops. I'm counting, ladies. 1, 2, 3...
No respect for the dead.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13...
I always thought they'd be pleased to see us. We gave them enough of ourselves.
Some of us gave a little too much.
What's going on? You aren't counting the minutes till it's over, are you? Well, why don't you come in, Jane, and we'll have a chat?
I'm just being unreasonable with these two loiterers. You see, I knew I'd come in useful.
2 fans? Well, why don't you let them in? At least they came in fancy dress.
Their names went on the list, everyone arrived. What's the point of me standing on guard if I'm going to let everyone in?
Let them in, Jane. I think that... I don't know what to think. I'm Angela, and this is Jane. You are?
I was Suzanne Tower, and this was Danielle Simmons.
Was? So you are?
Yeah.
And you really are?
Yes.
Oh my God. Come in quick, Jane. We better wait out here.
Come in, stay out, let them in, keep them out. Bloody amateurs.
There we were, thinking we were famous, and here we'd be treated like royalty. We are at the right address.
Why are you here?
We were asked.
By who?
We don't know. Just a voice. And we knew all about this little gathering, so here we are. Are there any fans here at all? Fans of us, I mean.
The place is crawling with them in there, but not out here.
Does that explain Miss Commando knickers out there?
Danny, no. Whilst we're here, we should stay in character. Ruby would never have said that. You want to make an impression and all that.
Very well. Personally, I think it's an excuse for you to misbehave. But we want to do this job. I suppose it's a necessity.
Okay. How are you here?
Don't you think a spiritualism versus existentialism argument is a little silly under the circumstances? Suppose and I are returning to the fans. What job is this of yours?
Angie, we've got people out here. Linus is giving his talk on Jilly Cooper's letters.
I've seen it. It's a lie. Jilly dreamt it all up herself. Poor woman.
You're not dreaming, Troy. They really are here, interrupting their busy schedules to be with you tonight.
Mr. President, this is a great honor.
I would be grateful if in future you didn't distort innocuous events such as these to further your career. I remain as ever your friend blah 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 blah, Jilly Cooper. As you can see, this is cool, official, embarrassed, with none of the inventive passion of the Jilly I know. This is the truth. My reply. Dear Jilly, I was so sorry to hear you lost your sense of humour, memory and good business sense. Our liquid lunch at Heathrow led to your insight into what makes good TV. I thoroughly embraced your idea of Siren Saddles and made it work for 2 years with top writers. Your denial is neither convincing nor the truth. If at any time you cursed yourself for having put horses, glamorous women, and good old sex on prime-time television without taking the credit, you have only yourself to blame. I remain, as ever, popular and in demand. Yours, Eyres Way.
Which letter do I fill?
She was there. I drank around the table, we laughed, cried, and as every old pro knows, the best ideas come at the bottom of a bottle. Speaking of which, I sensed that champagne was in order, both to toast our gathering and to toast the victory for truth over cover-up. Make the necessary preparations. I will go and open my bottle of champagne in the lobby and have a cigar while I'm waiting. Meanwhile, I'll have a look and see what's happened to your beloved president.
Who speaks true? Linus or Gilly? You'll decide. Now then, who wants to see Ruby in the shower?
Something naughty is coming up.
Ruby, we love you.
Listen to this. You can sell my house. You can burn my stables. Poison my prize mares.
But I'll have what you'll never have. Lordy Phelan. You see, I can still remember lines when I'm dead. Glad you could make it.
If you're about to offer twice the money to come back, forget it. You weren't really going to catch him, were you? Like I said before, when it comes to materialism, you have no idea.
Linus, we need to talk.
Oh, too late.
Oh, he'll be all right. Mr. Bossman, are you fit?
A bit shaken up. Hey, I don't suppose you could,
That's why we came. I only hope none of them have weak hearts. Don't just sit there. Go and make the greatest introduction of your life. And you too. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and patrons, my fiancé, your president, is a little overcome, but we have the most incredible addition to the evening. We have, well, perhaps I'd better demonstrate. This is the point where we find out they don't believe in ghosts. Viva show business!
The camera is not working. Shut up, you lot of blouses.
I thought they were dead. They are. Do you believe in ghosts? No.
Why have you brought me to this poky little hall? Is it to tell me you have a claim on my land yet again, or have you just kidnapped me?
When we last met, you were kissing Lordy Phelan. You know he's mine, and I owe you for that.
That was good, that was very good. He suddenly came to his senses. You were never woman enough to keep him.
As fans will climax of the series was Sepulchre, Laurel embracing with Lord Patrick Phelan. Ruby Tremaines, Patrick's lucid lover. Was it a love potion?
What on earth is going on?
Keep filming. Here with the inexplicable appearances of the late Susan Tower and Danielle Simmons, the cliffhanger is being revisited.
Breasts! How dare you have breasts? Prime-time breasts as well.
Before your evil spell worked on him, Lordy and I had fun.
I order that filth to be banned. See to it, peasant.
That excited me.
That showed you that I'm all woman. My family breeds the finest people as well as the finest horses. For generations, the Tremaine Fitzpatricks have been the envy of the county. Whereas you are nothing but an ulcerous vagabond.
They do actually ride horses now and then.
Be warned, I'm going to lay my roots in this county. When Lordy and I are married, we're going to breed a thoroughbred generation of our own. The Laurel generation.
Surely you mean the feline generation?
Well, I may let him keep his own name. For years now, I've stood in your shadow. I've stood as you bitched away to every knob in the district. But I've always been there. From the charity gymkhana to your Mediterranean cruise. I'm learning from you all the time. You introduced me to Lordy, bless you for that. But my time has come. We can still be friends.
Oh, yes. What about my near-death plunge you're doing?
An oversight. I intend it to be a total death plunge. My stars said I wasn't going to like that week.
I think we have their attention. Phase 2, I think.
The final episode, but before I saw the script, Valor Productions moved on to Pastures New. Any more questions?
As the man himself is here, what's Linus like to work with?
I was wondering when we get round to little Jack Horner sat here. With Linus, you're talking about something of a chameleon. He'll stand by you until it suits him not to. You will recall Ruby's near-death plunge from the hill. I was suffering rather badly from my complaint. In agony I was, lying on the ground. Well, this death plunge was more of a roll, really. Countryside was lovely and the weather was nice, so Linus and Danny decided to have a picnic in front of me. And me with my liver. How dare they? And then they booked into a nearby hotel and spent the night together.
This has come up before. Will you ever forgive me?
I do, darling, because you don't understand the end of this sorry story. Following that, I threatened to walk out. My contract with Valor was up for renewal. So that I'd sign up and not tell Danny's hubby, Linus did the same to me.
It doesn't surprise me. We were just a couple of mares to be pampered. You know how there are more things in heaven and earth? Well, we just happen to be the things.
The camera's central. This is a unique moment for fans.
Well, could you please tell me what is going on? I'm a professional. I have a right to know.
Your eye on the lens will be well rewarded.
Ladies and gentlemen, my taxi will be waiting. It's been interesting. I have another very important appointment to attend to. My own TV show. So, despite any more questions for myself, I must depart.
Autocrat! Now then, questions. And we haven't much time either.
Girls, I really like your programme and I'm really glad I came. And could you be really kind and sign my horse for me?
No, as a matter of fact, I can't. If you haven't yet twigged, yet myself and my friend are apparitions. I can't hold a pen. All I can do is hold a conversation, which in these current circumstances is a complete waste of time. Who's ever heard of signing a horse, anyway?
Oh, I think we've You've overdone the in-character lark, Susie. The taxi's here. Can I get you anything else?
Paul Roger, I never did drink that. Funny how some days turn out. What can I say? I can only assume you had nothing to do with what came about, so I'll say thank you and good night.
Oh, thank you, sir. Anton, take most of your panel sessions. I look forward to watching it all.
I'd rather think you'll be watching the later bits, like everyone else.
Now, before we leave you all get partying, Sir Polka and I have our party piece. Action anecdotes. Baz will use what wits he has left to wind through the tapes, find scenes, and we will see what we can act from memory.
Are you sure this is going to work? Its final phases to go. It does have its faults.
Oh, is that Mrs. Rachel Bernard? Well, it's like this, Mrs. Rachel Bernard. You're on TV. For what it's worth.
I took to it instantly. Yes, I do actually.
The potions and the punch.
That's right. I am giving a dinner party in aid of the golden wedding of the Colonel, my horse buyer.
Whilst in the cellars, Sir Polka tampers for the first time in the black arts and all that. It went something like, elements of the earth, commit the powers of love to what I have concocted here.
That was Linus rewriting the script to make it more X-Files.
I was talking to that spunky, hunky fellow who played rugby. A bit coarse, but oh my word, what a chest.
But have a care. I decided one potion was a love one, the other poison. I let fate decide.
And down went another of Ruby's men. And whilst poor Tom of the Rugby League lay dying, poor Ruby succumbed to the love drug and disgraced herself with the gardener.
But what was the potion but a glass bottle of coloured water? We played with stuff that really screwed us up.
It all helped performance. Do you remember the husband swapping?
It was after that party. We lost them both. We swapped and then gave them away. Did you enjoy dying alone, honey?
Not particularly. That memory was not a good one.
Bad again!
It's the county race. Ruby versus Sepulchre. Who's an unknown at this stage. Ruby's friends are amazed as the stranger gets the better of Ruby.
I won! I would have got to the finish line, but you jumped me.
You were going to humiliate me. I could see it coming. Well, you never got the satisfaction.
Oh, you did not care. If you'll just listen to me, it doesn't make sense. There's no reason for Ruby to be like this.
Save your breath. One way or another, we act in a ludicrous way because we're paid to. If you fall through the holes in the story, you're lost.
Which episode did they say that in?
Search me. It wasn't in anything that I remember.
When we let go, want more, it all goes wrong. When it finished, there was no husband, and the money was all gone on every vice from A to Z.
But when you see us on the tapes, we're still alive, spouting any crap you want to hear.
We took our arguments home and couldn't bear to look at one another.
New material. This is fantastically exciting.
What about me? All that stress and falling off that bloody horse. It's time for us to move on.
And the next bit is...
I don't care what the next bit is, because there is nothing in this pulp pile of sewage that I can watch
thought about seeing some small enough contribution to my own miserable end. All we're saying is that every time you watch an episode of this shit, you stick another nail in our coffins. Well, do you love us or not? Yes! Yes! There are yeses and yeses. Look at them. We're just an ongoing comic strip to them all. Come on, let's get out of here.
Why did you say your favorite restaurant was?
Well, I didn't. You've never asked me.
Well, whatever it is, I'm taking you there. Tomorrow night. I've decided.
Expectations could not have been better. What you have filmed will live in history.
I have never worked with such a ridiculous technique. There's some kind of English obscurity. I am a professional.
And from what do you mean?
Empty spaces, people talking into thin air. I cannot equate this. It is balls.
You didn't see them?
I didn't see who.
Camera chewed up a tape, right? Look.
We've failed. They're no better than Linus. We asked for that, I suppose. Just like it always was. We just perform to them. We're everything to them but human beings. Bugger. We aren't even that now.
This is it then, ladies. Thanks ever so much for coming. It's been an enlightening experience.
For us too. I'm going to get my coat. We came as we are. Or we'll pretend to get our coats. At least then I'll feel like I've been to a real party. We don't need coats anyway. We're phantoms. Do you mind? Phantoms wear black masks.
Do you think Spot can manage the presidency of the club?
Ghouls then. I'll pretend you didn't say that.
I need someone single-minded.
Aren't you single-minded?
Not to the club. I think I feel enlightened too.
Spectres? Nah, too sinister. Spirits is nice. Oh, let's just drop the whole matter. It was a pleasure to meet you. Whatever our motives for being here, it was a mistake to try and raise your friends to a higher plane. Was it? Troy's giving up leadership of the club.
I felt like it was a good time.
And the heavens rejoiced as one sinner repented. Well, there was more than one of them in there. But there is no harm in a little ambition. Good night.
You know, honey, I think we've benefited most from this excursion. What, bumbling around like amateur knight to a room of adoring potatoes? Well, you have to admit we've got a lot out in the open about us. Yes, I feel quite haunted out. When it comes down to it, we aren't that bad. I mean, confession is good for the soul.
And when it's solely the soul that's confessing, well, that must be pretty darn good.